How do you weather as a techie? Right? Jobs are going, jobs are coming, new jobs, prompt engineering. Prompt engineering is not even 2 years old. People already want it as a course. By the time we design the course, we shall be talking to it will be dead. Are we together? And prompt engineering, if you learn about it, it's really natural language. The way we used to Google. Me, I was a Google expert, but before that, we had F1 key. I don't know, many of you see your keyboards. Who knows what F1 means? Help. So we read books, we read user manuals. In my house, I buy books. People keep snobbing them. They want Kindles, but I keep buying the physical books, hoping that one of these days, somebody gets into the book and gets hooked. And then their lives will be so much better. So, to infinity and beyond, I loved Toy Story, but I love the idea that we're just at infinity. Like, we can take everything and we just make it better. The only way to do great work is to love what you do, I mean, if you enjoy the work you do, the long hours, the hard thinking makes your brain hot, you wake up in the middle of the night and you can't sleep because this idea is walking through your brain and you're saying, no, I have to get out even with wash your face and first write down these things, not type a voice note, but write them down on pen and paper. That is how you do great work. You have to be committed. For me, I don't have, my kids keep laughing at me when they ask me, what do you want to be when you grow up? I tell them, I don't know yet. And they ask me, but at your big age, So 2 of my daughters are at the back, Rihanna and Melissa. I brought them in so that, it's also a conversation for them, so that, maybe they'll understand some things I say when I'm in front of a crowd, rather than just, us at home, and they think that is crazy. So anyway, please feel free to interrupt me. We're going back to the basics. This is not a history lesson, but a look into the future. So what has changed? Somebody asks you, analyze the spreadsheet for me, they can put it in ChatGPT and do it themselves. Are we together? So people are more empowered. Technology has advanced. People can even code their own AI bots to answer their own sets of data. If you have 40 PDFs or 60, you can get them, upload them into ChatGPT, and create your own bot and train your own bot. Are we together? It's not rocket science. I can't do it, but I've seen people do it, and they are saying, AI invention, and they want to even be interviewed by New Vision. Yet it's just basic tech. Are we together? The new gig economy means service providers are readily available. You can be replaced. Are we together? But the key thing is this. Make sure you can't be replaced. Let there be options and let there be you. Are we together? This talk is about being you. Are we together? How do you ensure that despite all the options, everybody is saying, I want that person. You tell them, I'm not available for 2 weeks. I will wait. Are we together? This is how to turn yourself into that person. It's a roadmap. I'm trying to follow many of the things here. I'll use myself as a case study, but I try to do these things. Internet has removed geographical and time boundaries. It's evening here. New York is waking up. Australia is asleep. Singapore is somewhere. Time, night owls are happy. Are we together? You can work at any time of the day or night that suits you. And the world is in a global recession. There's no money. So people want you to do more for less. Are we together? But nobody is asking Mercedes-Benz to sell the Benzes cheaper. The price remains. But your Buddha guy, you tell him, Lukumi, it was the same Lukumi last year. No, we want to be where they walk in and they pay your price. Are we together? That is the key. Even with AI and all these things you guys call whatever. So, how to do great work? I loved this article by Paul Graham. He writes a series of articles, and it speaks to me. Decide what you want to work on. It does not matter. Are we together? What you want to work on and be good at doesn't matter. As long as it's something you have a natural tendency to. For me, I'm logical, non-emotional, etc. Data analytics, etc. work for me. I'm not very creative, so I can't do a stick man to save my life. So art and whatever, I can't create, but I can tell you, okay, this thing is better. Am I making sense? Natural aptitude. What can you do as you? What makes you happy? Something that offers a wide scope. How can you can say, okay, I want to do AI automation for robots, etc. What happens in 6 months if AI bots? I know David asked about Web3. Web3, crypto, blockchain was the thing 2 years ago. Now, nobody's even talking about it. Are we together? That's how fast hype cycles come and go. How can we not get carried away by the hype? How do you want to find out what you do? You try many things. Many of you I want AI automation engineer. Yes. Have you tried art? Have you tried design? Have you tried web design? Have you tried writing? You try many things. And try them deeply. You don't just try and say, I tried web design for a week, it doesn't work. No! This is like deepening yourself, immersion. Yeah, I use my kids as an example. In the holiday, the ones who are 8, 9, typing tutor for 1 hour, Khan Academy for 1 hour. Everybody's worried, what am I going to do in there? Me, I don't care what you do. As long as you do it. Are we together? I'm telling my daughters, do programming. They're saying this stuff is hard. I say, yeah, just persevere. You may find something you like. Are we together? That's the thing about doing. Try many things, go deep into them, persevere, and you will figure out what you enjoy or what you will figure out. Like I'm still trying to figure out what makes me happy. And as it has taken it, me, I'm happy. Are we together? I had an architect, me, I'm a civil engineer by training. My software engineering is street. No classical training. I stopped at a bachelor's. So when we compete for jobs with people, they have a master's, me, I have experience in lieu of degree. How many years? 20. They say, you probably do. Are we together? The only part I can't compete with are PhDs, because if it requires a PhD, we can't compete. Am I making sense? Learn enough about what you're working on to become an expert. Push, do it. Everybody will do the first 20%. Do more. I pushed one of my kids into photography. I even bought a camera. Are we together? At every family function, are you taking photos? Are you doing manual mode? I think the person thought this person was mad. But the idea is this: if you're to do something, do it more than the average person. Are we together? Go deeper and spend. Not these ones. I'm not giving names to protect the innocent. Yeah, I have 5 kids so far, so At the frontier, once you push this knowledge, right? And it's not just about, like I had about ChatGPT, but I've used it to solve a problem. At that frontier, things start happening. Things start coming together. Are we together? The idea is this: get out, go deep, spend some time, invest it, and so on. That's how you find out. This is a life thing. Are we together? I was in health for 8 years. Now I'm in financial services. Maybe I may stay here, but nobody is saying I'm not going to change. I still have another 2 or 3 career changes in my next 30 years of working. I still have another 30 to go. Because I enjoy the work I do, so it's not like, Are we together? Okay. Shuhari. Now we're going to Japan. So I like mythology, Greek mythology, Japanese. I like these cultures which thrive on knowledge, experience, ideas that are deeply ingrained. Learn the rules, break the rules, transcend the rules. Mozart, Beethoven. They learned how to play classic piano. Are we together? As a master, are we together? They could play the classics by the rules. Then guess what they did? They created something that was uniquely theirs. Which essentially means you need to put in the hours. We're going to talk about hard work. Are we together? If any of you young people, if you're below, anybody between 20 to 30, if you're not working 80 to 100 hours a week, which means you wake up at 7 and work till 9, 10 p.m. without rest on something, you're wasting your young years. I don't care what it is. Are we together? It doesn't matter. Like Paul Graham said, it doesn't matter. Mastery is a journey from learning the basics to the rules. I don't know how many of you watch Kung Fu movies. I love Kung Fu movies. I love anime. The person learns a stroke. He learns snake in monkey shadow. Right? Now learns snake style, monkey style, then combines them. Are we together into Cobra style? That is how those things, we've been seeing them on TV a long time, but we don't know how they, Demon Slayer and so on. Air, earth, water, airbenders. That's why you have the Avatar, who's an airbender now, but can do earth, etc. You have the blood benders, lava benders, and so on. Are we together? Trust the process and enjoy the evolution. The process repeats itself. When I changed jobs into financial service, it was the same process. There's nothing as great as being in the room and say, hey, and you're the one asking stupid questions. Are we together? Other people are shy. For me, I'm stupidly asking questions, falling in cups, but I'm learning because I learn faster that way. That takes confidence. Says, I don't want to make a mistake. No, it's okay. I make many. Are we together? I learn faster because I'm willing to just go in and learn quickly. Okay, we're on mastery. Law of attraction. I believe this wholly. When you want something to the universe and start doing something about it, the universe will conspire to give it to you. Things will happen. Are we together? Things will happen that will make you'll into places, you will meet people. Like the universe will do things to make sure that you get what you want because you're doing something about it. This is Buddha, right? So me, I'm a religion agnostic, All of them, I combine them and find whichever makes sense. That's a story for another day. So here's the roadmap of this presentation. We're going to talk about the fundamentals, build mastery. We are techie, so we shall use the tech toolbox. Replace this with any toolbox you want. Are we together? Showcase yourself. We'll talk about health, wealth, and the AI question. Is it a question? To be or? You hear the old people know Shakespeare. Learn the fundamentals. So we need to learn the fundamentals. Web design, HTML, CSS. It doesn't matter how fast you can code this application in ChatGPT. Are we together? Evolution is so hard. Getting there fast is great. The pain comes during evolution. Are we together? Database design, data modeling. These are the fundamentals that even if you're great with ChatGPT, or CASA, DeepThink, DeepMind, R1, O4, I'm the guy to think and say, this is what I want it to do. When you say prompt engineering, I thought it was something fancy. That's why I'm telling ChatGPT what to do. Take this data, analyze it this way. What if this? I know, I said, I'm good at this stuff, right? It was this week a resolution, and I found it, and I was happy with myself. So I've moved. Now I can call myself a prompt engineer. Because what is it? It's just typing instructions in natural language. Nothing more fancy. SQL, web design, etc. The fundamentals are key. There are free courses. Start with the ones that make sense. Khan Academy, Code Camp. Finish the courses. Some people start, do 1 hour, then stop there. The fastest way to accelerate your learning is to get a customer. To get a paid customer. And then deliver. That's how I've learned things very quickly. I get a paying customer and I deliver the goods. Trust me. Don't keep, whether it's your employer, go into a project that has time and you will find yourself learning fast. Why? Because there's no choice. Are we together? That's how we humans are. When you're hungry is when you will find grapes at the top of it. You look at that tree when you're not hungry. And say, I can't go there. But let a tiger chase you. You will be faster than Tarzan going up. Same thing, right? Get a paid project, put money on the line. We call it skin in the game. And your learning will be accelerated. I'm repeating this. It's hard work as you grow old. But for me, I'm looking at 2 or 3 more career reboots and learning new things. Hey, that's why I'll be better because I'm not scared of throwing everything away and start. But guess what? I don't start from scratch. I start from my years of experience and build on top of that. Learn something new every day. Like just read. I know social media is fine, but read long form blog posts. Don't be just on WhatsApp the whole day. You won't learn anything. Go read blog posts. Subscribe to newsletters. So me, I subscribe to so many newsletters that I'll share some, I think, Seth Godin, like start with the easy guys, they'll keep sending you to other places and just follow the rabbit hole. Are you following all the hype trends? Who knows this? The Pied Pa? What? The Pied Pa of? You see? You guys never, the Pied Pa of? What was the town? Hamelin. You don't remember? They had rats, then this guy came and played the flute, and the rats all followed him down over the cliff. And then someone saying, but wait, there was one rat that stayed. Are we together? Are we all saying AI, you're all going AI, ChatGPT, when ChatGPT is down, the world says, the world is over, the world has ended, we can't do any work. Are you becoming one of those people that you have forgotten? Are we together? This doesn't only apply to computers and everything. It applies to cooking, taking a bike, walking the streets, touching some grass. Are we together? Are you all following the hype train? Okay, now we're going to mastery. This is my favorite quote. And this is the long version from Napoleon Hill. It is as true as night that follows day, because we know every night must follow day. That the man who does more than he is paid for, are we together? And does it in a pleasant mental attitude. So you have to smile, enjoy yourself, do however hard it is. Sooner or later is paid more for what he does. Why? Pay for attitude. They don't pay for your grouchy. Like if you do something when you're grouchy, the smile, if you're preparing food and you're smiling, guess what? That smile goes into the taste. You may not believe it, but it's true. Remember, we're talking about how to do great work. If you're curious, you're going into it with a smile. All challenges are opportunities. Even if the world seems like it's going to end, okay, it's going to end, but what is the silver lining on the dark cloud? Leverage, you need 10,000 hours. That's Gladwell. I don't know how many of you have read any book of Malcolm Gladwell. Or 10,000 iterations. Do something different 10,000 times. Like you try it this way, it doesn't work. You tweak it 10,000 times. Are we together? So that is a lot of work to just keep trying something out. But there is no shortcut. Are we together? There is no shortcut to mastery. There is none. Are we together? A person who has cooked 10,000 meals is different from a person who has taught 10,000 presentations. Like for me, each time I have a presentation, I start with a blank slate. But I copy, I bring ideas, I make sure that no two presentations look completely alike. And now I'm saying no two slides that I ever use should ever look alike. So I'm even changing and putting more stress on myself. So that each time I present something, it is unique, it is new, it is different. Leverage compounding, eighth wonder of the world. By doing something 10,000 different times, that's one. Then we do another one. Success habits. So it means you learn how to iterate faster. After 100,000 times, you'll be able to iterate faster. Thomas Edison with the light bulb, they did 10,000 iterations of those things. One skill good, two skills better, multiple skills best. Somewhere along the way, they will add up. There may be no sense today, but after 20 years, and I keep telling people, the timeline is 15 to 20 years. It won't pay off today, but in 15 to 20 years, it will hit the tipping point and you will never look back. Outwork everybody around you. I keep telling people this, and they say, Stephen, we work smart. There is no working smart. Are we together? Michael Jordan, he was at the basketball on the court before everybody and after everybody left. Kobe Bryant, Beckham, Messi, name them, Ronaldo. Phelps he won a gold medal. The next day, he was in the pool, what? Training. Are we together? How are you going to get better when you're not playing as much as those people? You have to outwork everybody around you. That means you're doing long hours, but you have to enjoy the work. So you have to put pleasant mental attitude. Are we together? You apply yourself, you commit yourself, then you get to the frontiers of knowledge. And you study your craft. I keep telling people, when I was in health, all my emails, newsletters, health related, when I changed financial services, guess the first thing I did? It's health email that comes in, I unsubscribe. I'm cleaning my brain. Now I don't have any health things. Now it's all financial services. If I started doing crypto tomorrow, blockchain, even the accounts I follow, I unfollowed health. I have I had a list of health guys. They're now far. Now, if I start crypto, I'll start following the crypto guys. Are we together? That's all I'll be reading. So, study your craft and be like an athlete. Train, compete, recover. Train, compete, recover. You train for 4 years, you compete for a week, you recover for a week, and then we start the cycle again. The recovery is just to make sure that you get your energy. You have to maintain this energy. This is a marathon at the pace of a sprint. So you have to keep pushing the envelope. You have to be working more than everybody. You have to be thinking more than everybody. And by working, I'm not saying you're like a donkey, because if a donkey carries 1,000 sacks, it will just die. But the only way you learn how to do smart is you do the hard work, then you start finding, instead of doing this, I can automate it this way. I can speed it up this way. An architect will tell you, you have to see 500 plans before you get a pattern. I go look at your site, I look at the elevation, then I know this is like some house. I listen to what you're saying, my notes, etc. I have like a good sense of what you generally like. Is it contemporary? Is it this? Is it rustic? If you ask me for options, I can. Not those who copy and paste. No, they can do many plans. But those who do the truly creative work. And get up earlier, stay longer, work hard, fail again, but never give. Fall down 7 times, get up 8. This is a full-time journey. You may think I have it all figured out. I have problems. If you look at the emails I have, I'm not shy. So the key thing is this. When you're young and you're starting out, are we together? All the great founders, when they take their kids into their business, they don't start in the corner office. They start where? And they have to earn their way up like everybody else. Then they have an appreciation for what it takes to lead, because they have been in the dungeon. Are we together? That's the rite of passage. That's why I told you 10, 15, 20 years. These goals we're talking about, I'm trying to survive in 2025, but the rate of change is coming so fast that by next year they'll say, designers are not needed, architects are not. You say, it's fine. You just go get your plan, bring it, I'll still charge you the same amount of money to clean it up. Are we together? Hey, you have your plan, I'll clean it up. Light, standards, living things. And you'll tell you, it makes more money from people who have their plans already. Because they're frustrated. They're willing to pay. Okay. They take, master your tools of trade. Are we together? If you're a developer, IDEs. If you're an ArchCAD, I keep referring to him because I'm a civil engineer by training, right? If you're a designer, Figma, Photoshop, or whatever, GIMP, whatever tools are there. You're learning Tailwind CSS. You have your color palettes. You have certain things that make your work. You have your media library. You're paying for Shutterstock or Getty Images. Like you're paying your notes, or you're paying for Midjourney to generate image. Like whatever you need, the tools, you pay for them, then that money comes back. Are we together? If I showed you my work desk, somebody the other asked, but who pays for this? I said, no, this is to make me better at my craft. And you evolve over time. Just because you've paid for it, doesn't mean you have to use it. If it doesn't work, you leave it. Are we together? Automate manual tasks. Anticipate the needs of your clients. Everything is about their clients. They gave me 45 minutes, that's why I'm trying to rush, so that I do not keep you here so late and David will be unhappy. He says, I gave you 40 minutes. And yet he gave me many more questions to answer. Share and teach your learnings. Are we together? Share and teach. Just because I'm here today, I'm not going to come back. But if you're going to prepare for a talk like this, I'm happy to brainstorm with you. All of you come and share whatever you know. Laila, share. Stay formless. Learn, evolve, adapt, grow. Just like the just like water, just like wind. Are we together? Because it's the only one that takes shape and you keep changing accordingly. Learn from other practices. I tell people, the reason I'm a very good software developer is because I got trained in engineering. I know design, I know process, I know things can change, and I can adapt as I go along, like things like that. That's the training ground. The other day on Twitter, there was an argument of guys like from Sedat in Makerere, the big four PwC are stealing people. Yes, because the people trained in engineering make very good finance people. They know how, it's a problem. Apart from this bookkeeping of put money, double entry, but this of finding patterns, financial reports, analysis, etc. You want somebody who has an analytical brain. So we go to other sectors. I'm a techie, but I was sitting with doctors and we were writing a healthcare policy for treatment of HIV and TB in Uganda. I picked up these things over time, and sometimes I would argue and tell them, but in the previous policy you said this, now this, but these are the patterns in the field. Even this paper shows this. The ones who brought the papers, I'm the one reading them. Are we together? We learn in those spaces, and the things you learn are applicable in other fields. That's how, remember what I said? Learn the rules, master the rules, transcend. You transcend by going to another industry or getting knowledge from other parts of your life. Are we together? The other thing about coding is knowing what to build. The end of a melody is not its goal. I love this quote. But if the melody does not end, it does not achieve its goal. It's a song. To hear a melody, you are waiting for it like, where does it end? But if it doesn't end, you don't hear. But the purpose is not for you to listen to the end, but to pick up whatever you can. So it's sort of like saying, just enjoy the moment, but know there is more. And obviously, I love this one. Si vis pacem parabellum. No, it's Latin. Huh? That is ceteris paribus. Temulaba na John Wick. Guys, what do you be spending your time on? Okay. This is Latin, which says, if you want peace, prepare for war. Si vis pacem parabellum. That's John Wick chapter 3. That's why it's called parabellum, because he wanted peace, but he has to prepare and go to war. I love Latin, so I try to use many of them. It's like tools are like religion. Are we together? It's like the same way you idolize cars, like Toyota and Nissan. The guy says, "Me Nissan, Toyota," or Toyotas, or baggy pants. Like it's all religion. Yeah. So your tools, because you spend so much time in them, spend so much energy with them, like it starts to define your lifestyle. You want to do that because that's how you go deep. However, sometimes you need someone to pull you out and say, yeah, that's fine. Try this without that tool. The moment you learn how to use multiple tools, then you come to appreciate the religiousness of those things and, the usefulness of them. You don't always need a hammer. Yeah, to a man with a hammer, everything is a nail. Everything can be solved with a nail, with a hammer, right? But yes, go deep, be religious. I mean, like, if you have no religion, if you have no strong attachment, how are you going to make it? Am I making sense? So that's why we said about the I and the T, those things in there. You have to have very strong opinions. And they say, strong opinions weakly held. I say, no. Strong opinions, strongly held, but I can change my mind if you convince me, which is very difficult. Are you together? I hold my opinions strongly. I can listen and whatever, but I hold them strongly. So it's the same. You have to be fanatical about certain things. Like I'll tell you, we argue about people with PHP, my favorite programming language. I tell them, yeah. They say, yeah, PHP is dead. I say, do not PHP developers cry? Do you know what cotton they use? US dollar bills. That's how PHP developers cry. It's okay, it's dead, so let us cry. Are we together? Because it makes us good money. Am I making sense? So yeah, you say it's dead, you'll cry with dollars. Are we together? You have great rust, what? When you're hungry. For the rest of us, am I making sense? Right? Learn the tool. Like I've been working with PHP since 2004. I've evolved. I don't use it at work. I was happy we have a project that is going to use it. I'm excited. I know the tools. I've even set up already. Are we together? Because I'm excited about it. So I joined a new team in September last year. They were using Node.js, Nest Framework, Express.js, and Go. I've never written in any of those languages, but I'm reviewing code, I'm writing code. I don't have to go to class to learn the language. Say, what problem do you want me to solve? I haven't yet gone to ChatGPT, but this is just me and user manual. My things are street. My things are street. ChatGPT makes it easier, but it makes you lazy. So I like going street. Are we together? Under pressure, I like going street because then I know. Are we together? Because it pays off over time. Because I see the long term. Okay. Increase your lack surface area. Right? Aaron Francis, please Google him, read his story. He's a techie, but he does content. Share what you're doing, most people say. So, unfortunately, you guys, we are held back by the British system of perfection. Like, it has to be right, 100% in the marks, what? The Americans don't care. An American hears a word like crypto coming up here. He will be saying crypto. The guy doesn't even know what it means. Are we together? But he keeps throwing it around. So we have to pick some of that American thing whereby I learned. I know very little knowledge is a dangerous thing. But when you're selling yourself, they say fake it till you make it. I can fake many things because I can say, crypto, Web3. I faked myself into a job, by the way. My last job, they needed somebody who had public health experience. Right? I did public health as a course in my civil engineering degree. So when they asked, so I ticked that box. I did 2 nights of reading about public health, the project they were working on, and so on. 8 years later, one of their best hires because I was learning epidemiology, contact tracing, Ebola. I even knew these epigraphs as we could get the data and say, what is your tracing thing? Yeah, because I'm willing to learn. I'm willing to put in the time and energy to learn. Just give me, when they give you like a string, take a rope. When they give you an inch, take a mile. We want the opportunities, which means you want to be so widely read that let somebody fall in any of the things you have been reading. Are we together? Because that's the thing about selling yourself. Yeah. Men and women do this differently. Right? Women want to have like 80%, I'm confident. Men, if I've had it in a tax, I can argue about last night. I know Liverpool, Arsenal, I know Liverpool, they drew last night. People lost money because they added 9 minutes of extra time. Am I lying? That's all I need to know. Are we together? So I know enough football to be dangerous. And they're both Merseyside, so it was Merseyside derby. Yes, and some Liverpool fans, they don't even know that those are Merseyside rivals on different types of town. Are we together? I just know enough. The key thing is I can know more if I have to, but the starting point is always that breadth of knowledge. Read widely. Don't be stuck in football, gambling. Read something else. Pick a book, philosophy. I'm trying to convince my children to read Plato. The books are there. Are we together? Let me get a chance and somebody asks a Plato question. I go and first pour all the books in the library and find that one book of Plato that we can discuss Plato. Do I know Plato? No. I'm just using it as an excuse to learn more about, where can you be found? Are you on the internet? Yeah, I'm in all these places. Once I finish this presentation, when the YouTube thing comes out, I'll link it to my GitHub profile, put it on my website, along with the presentations, and you come and start competing with me. I'm building this over time. And even you can start talking at your local meetup, at your local whatever, for the stuff you're talking about, even if you're learning. Say, this is how I taught myself Go. Here's my project. Most people think you want, no, most people say, here's my learning journey. Right? Leila does that a lot, but she doesn't talk about it as much. Are we together? I was born on the 4th of April, so 4 is my lucky number. You see how I'm lying? I'm creating a life. This is the thing of my life. I was born on the 4th day of the 4th month, a perfect Aries. So I have 4 favorite days of the week. Monday is the first one, my first chance to be awesome. Wednesday is hump day. Everybody loves Friday. Sunday I can sleep in. Which means either I'm coming from a favorite day or going into a favorite day. So I can never be like moody in the week because either I have energy from it. Like, that's how I hype myself. That's how I hype myself up. To have energy every day. Are we together? Either I'm on a favorite day or leaving a favorite day or going into a favorite. Like, there's no reason for me not to be jolly and are we together? So all of them. But I create my own, like, all these things. I try to practice them and they work. You don't have to do 100%, but like James Clear says in Atomic Habits, get 1% better every day. So I post something knowledgeable every day. I try to learn something new. I try to share something I can do every day. And like this one has given me like 20 days of sharing. Exercise. How many of you exercise? Okay. You need to walk. You need to move so that your blood flows. This is health. Health is wealth. We are playing the long game. So I've been working for, this year it will be 26 years since I started working in July. Are we together? I have another 30 years to go. Yeah, I'm saying, yeah, because when I stop working, I'm going to die. We need stress to keep our lives, eh? Not too much, but some, eh? Exercise, go walk. Not just PlayStation and Xbox, right? Go touch some grass. How many of you touch grass in the week? We are meant to be humans. Let me tell you, that thing of touch grass, eh? Scientists have done studies that we are meant to be grounded. That they are if you go to studies about grounding, they'll tell you, step on the ground, step on stones. Where the lady was going lame, they told her walk barefoot on stones. Started walking barefooted, and in like 2 months she was healed. Before she couldn't even walk. So go out in this walk, go and see people. Are we together? What do you do? Watch what you eat. Obviously, I'm not a good whatever, but at least I had a bottle of Pepsi, and now it's my second bottle of water. So I'm diluting, eh? I don't eat too much junk food, irregular meals, irregular cycles. Yeah, the other day I was talking to my housemates. You know, now they were housemates. So they'd give me breakfast late, like at 10. Then they give you lunch at 3, then supper at 7. Because we have other housemates who go to school. So for them at 7, I tell them, but you housemate, you're killing me. At least if you don't want to give me breakfast at 8:30, I want, like now me, I'm a old man. 1 o'clock, give me my food. So that by 7, I have what? Digested this one and eat the other cup feast. They told us, don't eat more than a feast at supper. But then you go and see, then they tell you, those are many vegetables. You know, things like that. But, you know, the idea is this: eat regular meals, eat at regular times, hydrate. I stay away from soda, it's bad for you. I love Pepsi, but it's okay. Yeah. Ergonomics. These laptops are going to kill you guys. You guys end up with like those fingers. Get this touch typing, one typing, I swipe. Those things will not pay off long term. Get an external mouse, get an external keyboard. I see, fortunately, Africa is talking. People have like monitors. Like, it's good for you. Are we together? This mouse thing, and even get ergonomic mice. I have one. I have a mouse which is not, you know, if you do your regular mice, you get capotano after like 20 years. So now I have one of these where you hold the thing on the side. Then I even have one which is a trackball where you don't even move, you just move your thumb. Like this. So your thumb moves on the ears too. So I keep changing. Yeah, and so when I come out like here, I have a mouse. And even I move with the mouse pad. Comfortable chair. Many of you sit dining room chairs. I'll wait till I'll buy a chair. Your back. You're not sitting perpendicular, stuff like that. Me, I work best on my bed with one leg the other side. Wear comfortable shoes, sandals. I know heels make ladies look good. It's okay to wear heels. Be with the pumps in the what? Then after you take off, you do the heel for just seeing tight clothes, loose clothes. Depends on your dress code, but figure out ways, right? Mental health. What do you do outside? When you go to Meetup, you talk to other people. Well, you guys are just uptown, north of Kampala Road. How many of you go downtown? Those people, they're ugly, smelly. No, go downtown. Because downtown opens your brain. When you're bargaining for this place, uptown, it's 75K, yeah, it's 25K. You could get 3 for the price of 1. Prepare yourself, you go down, not downtown, Maria Galleria, where walk up those dusty places and actually see how, you have to be both uptown and, don't just be uptown and be snobbish, no, for us, Kesha Molk, no. You can go to Kamocha Market, there's good food. There's even a boiled place thing there. When you go down like that Kamocha place. Are we together? Like, go out. Don't be in front of your computer and think these Zoom, WhatsApp things. Call people, talk to people. How many of you say, I don't receive calls. You just want to chat. No, talk to people. Are we together? Yeah. Your mental health, and people don't know, but for me, I'm old school. We chat 1, 2, 3, 4 times. I call. First of all, it saves time and reduces misunderstanding and so on. I work in a remote team.
Actually, nowadays I call because I think it could be an AI or chatbot.
She's even paranoid in a good way. Hey, you ain't when we hit IVR, But am I making sense here? Health is wealth. Let me tell you, there's nothing like having money and not being able to spend it. And you will make money if you put in the hard work. There's nothing like having may I tell people, okay, so when I get home, at the end of the, we don't watch TV the whole week. But that Friday night thing, fortunately my housemates, they all like small screens, laptops and phones. So they leave the TV to me. This is a fighting for, I sit there and watch. I once see a guy when they punch him, and you see the tooth moving. In 4K, not the small screens where you can't even see whether you got punched or not. But yeah, health is wealth. Physical, mental, physiological, and so on. It accumulates. You guys are still young. Your time to recovery is still quick. When you get to my age, you have to be careful. If I ever enjoy, my enjoyment even have to be planned. I'm going to do this enjoyment, but I'll need 2 days of slowness to recover. Here's my recovery plan. Are you together? But on Friday night, I binge. I watch till 4 a.m. if I don't have anything on Saturday. Mark Twain, do you know what he said? I do not trust a man without a vice. Each of us has to have a bad habit. Are we together? You have to have some bad habits, and then you figure out how to structure them in your life. Wealth. Most people think wealth is money. Maslow's hierarchy of needs. But wealth is freedom. Can you eat what you want? I don't know. Have you been loaded before? When you're loaded, even water is enough. Are we together? Are we together? When you're broke, you're craving jack chicken or chicken tikka masala from a very specific restaurant, Chinese place which is even far, you can't even get to it. Are we together? Wealth is that freedom. And you want to be able to work hard to get to that freedom. Live a life you have designed. So I keep telling you, I tricked my family into moving out of the village, out of town into the village. So we stay far. It's even good. People can't escape from my house to go to disco. It is so far from the road and so far from town, you can't even escape because even the security dogs will get you. But it's so far. But we try to create at the disco art. People play loud music, so we have the speakers, we have the music. The other day they made me pay for Spotify so that we can play background music, no ads. Are we together? But it's created. Are we together? Right? But the idea is this: create the life. For me, when I come to town, it's an experience. Like today, I'm in the city. This is late because we have a home run. At 4:30, we are leaving town. But today, we are out. So I even took some of my housemates and said, let's go and chill. And we see what it means to drive at night. When there's no pressure, there's nobody, there's no problem. Are we together? Live a life you have designed. Freedom. Wealth is that freedom. And wealth doesn't mean you've made a lot of money. But it means you're starting that journey of freedom. Remember, people are going to talk AI later. But the key thing is, you must have a target, a North Star. Obviously, everybody will say, I want to go, where's that place? Over Kenzie, over have dinner where on the plane, what? It's okay until it comes. But for now, if you, like for me in my house, I tell people, like people enjoy burgers. So I go buy the burger buns, burger meat, there's a grill for us. I even buy lettuce. It's cheaper to do burgers for 10 people than to buy 2 of them from wherever they want to eat them from, and they're better quality. Are we together? So we create that life so that whatever you want, you can easily get access to it. You have the freedom, the time, and energy. That doesn't mean it's readily available. Me, I love TV, but guess what? Guess when I watch TV? On the weekend and some weekends. Not every weekend, but each time I watch it, I cherish because I look forward to it. So design the life you want. Learn how to make, keep, and grow money. You should read The Richest Man in Babylon. We're doing it as a family book club. Everybody sits 30 minutes every day. All the way from me, the father, down to the acting last bones who are 10. We read and everybody gives stories. 30 minutes that we discuss. So I've even learned that I've been giving people too much pocket money, too much shopping. So in this season, it's for cutting. But no, I leave school when I have 100,000 left. And I said, can you imagine? Things like that. So you hear such things. So now I have to manage this pocket money thing. So the money is finished. So be able to do your best work. I give them inflation increase. Even if I don't get an inflation raise at work, but for them they have inflation. Even during that discussion, one of them said, this money you give me is not enough. I can't afford to pay for these things. I said, but you've never told me. So yeah, but you see, I said, I'm just going to help you this once. So immediately they negotiated a raise there under pressure. So they got a raise. But then the idea is that you create that life. Are we together? So that it's good for you. Be able to do your best work. Right? Because you are intentional, you enjoy what you do, you find it fun, looking for these things, and so on. AI, don't worry. But the idea is, like I said, we're going back to the what? The fundamentals, back to basics. One abacus, 1 + 1, Roman numerals. These are the Roman numerals because they allow you to see where you are going and make decisions. Increase your future earning potential. I tell people that I'm still working for 30 years. I have very simple goals. Work half the time and double the money. Very simple. What does it mean? Currently, I'm working 40 hours a week. I have to work 20. Are we together? 4, double the money, which means I have to be earning 4 times and some. Maybe increase are we together? Which means if I start working on Monday, either I work only mornings, I'm a morning person. 5 mornings by 11, I'm done. Then I can go and, are we together? I have work, I have stress because I have deliverables. But it's not all day. Are we together? I can go see somebody for 2 days and come back and still feel my week. Are we together? One of my housemates could say, I'm in Canada, come and visit me. Okay. Let me come next week. I'll come on Wednesday. I'll stay till Tuesday because I have, or I can arrange some client meetings in the area. That is, guys, that's the good life. It's not going to Cairns or Monaco. That's the good life. You're going to visit your child in university. Then you say, I have some business meetings. You bank some deals. You enjoy yourself on your way back. You say, hey, Posy, here, upgrade your house. Are we together? That's the good life because it's very simple things. Food, sleep, water, rest. They're simple things. Everybody wants a bigger car and so on. But you don't need it. You can get to I'm 3 cars away from the car I want. So I'm 3, not dream. The car I deserve. It's not a dream. It's a black Mercedes-Benz G-Wagon. Yes. Are we together? Yeah. Brand new, not the things of brand new. 0 mileage. They even tear the polythene when I'm there. The grandchildren are tearing the polythene and playing with it. But now I'm 3 cars away from that one. Are we together? I'm still 3 cars, and my cars, I drive each for 10 years. So I'm still in. Are we together? The best investment to make, remember, future earning potential. Today you may not be making the money. Are we together? I worked for myself for the first 10 years of my life, of my working life. I was running our own business, etc. And then when I left, I doubled my salary every job, every 2 years. To make up for this, but because I built the foundation. Are we together? Those jumps for me, they were huge. Hey, I asked people for money. I thought, I even said, this is what I want. I went to Meme, they chased me. So these guys invited me for an interview. I had all the Bisanyizo. They wanted somebody who had agriculture, financial services, and tech. Tech I had. Agriculture, yeah, I'm a guy who grew up digging, so I could. And financial services, I'd done some work with Bank of Uganda, credit inclusion. It was are we together? So I had it on my, so then they asked me, how much do you want? I told them how much I wanted. And I went home. They gave it to me. I was even scared. Are we together? Yeah, I was earning peanuts. I would even borrow from my wife to buy paper at the office. Now they gave me the salary I wanted. Man. Then I went to the next job. Somebody headhunted me. I asked them for more money. They gave it to me. I said, hey, this life can be like this. Are we together? Then another job. The guy asked for little money, said, no, I think you need more. So I added more, and he gave me. And I said, so this thing is about actually asking. No. I mean, best within reason, you negotiate. Are we together? But increase your future earning potential. You have to put in the work. Like I've told you, I have to increase my salary by 5 times for half the work. Which means I must be that good in 30 years so that I can chill, play with my grandchildren, great-grandchildren. They come to see Jaja. Even if they bring them, I can spend time with them because I'm not waiting. My children are not scared of coming to me because I'm going to ask them for sugar. They are coming because Muzee has sugar. They are probably coming to raid my stores. Best investment is in yourself. Your tools of trade, knowledge, experience. Now we are coming. We are coming to the AI question. The key to financial freedom and great wealth is your ability to convert earned income into passive income, which means as you make money, you're not buying the latest Subaru. My wheelbarrow. Some guy laughed at my car and called it a wheelbarrow. My car, 10-year-old wheelbarrow, a Pro Box, can get us and back. Are we together? I don't need a Subaru. Are we together? Also, when I give it to my housemates to learn how to drive, I'm not scared when I hear somebody knock a branch. Are we together? You don't have to give somebody your car and your ears are outside. You're in the window shaking like this. No. Are we together? But it's well looked after. It doesn't make noise and stuff like that. Tools of trade. What do you know how to use? Knowledge, experience, expertise. As you build up these things across time, across different spaces, are we together? You will find people who need your special brand of skills. And if you learn of a skill you don't have, you go out and actively learn it. Not just surface, but you immerse yourself as much as you can. If you become a lifelong learner, it means that you're not scared of anything. And you're willing to put in the hours. You have 2 choices. Make a living or design a life. Make a living means Nkola, like our MPs, they have no life. They fear to go to the villages because they want things. They fear to be in their houses, Like, what kind of life is that? They're best paid people, but they're at Maslow's hierarchy, level 1, which is food. For you, you can walk to the market, eat your food of 2K, home. Stay away from chikomando. At least eat cassava, buy a piece of chicken. But this chikomando is not good for you. That wheat and oil. So before... The AI question, yes. Yes. Now, I keep telling, that's a very good question, by the way. Everybody says side hustle. The best money you will get is for, like my first boss told me, Stephen, I want you to focus. One job and do it for 10 years. I did. Like I told you, when I left and started getting employed, salary was going up by 50-60% every 2 years. Till I reached the peak, obviously. Now, it's like static. Now I'm working for the next jump. Are we together? The best thing you can do is be you. Are we together? So people are willing to pay more for? How much does the MD of Barclays Bank get? Just give a name. You guys don't read papers, aren't you? Sate what? Those are Indian banks. Former MD of DFCU was making 100 million a month. Salary. Why do you need a chair when you have salary? And your chair makes you 100, 200K, your okukuta, etc. Do good work and get a promotion. Are we together? Do good work so that you have time for health, wealth, Am I making sense? This thing is very, we all, by the way, and I have a side hustle. I'm a poultry breeder, I'll talk about it. But for me, it's very deliberate. For my housemates, how they learn how to run a business, and they see a business that we started in 2011. I have books, I have paperwork, they are shareholders, we haven't yet issued a dividend. They have to do work also. Are we together? But it's a good example, and when we do what we do, I can send them. You see, for me, it's to raise the income. I said it has to compete with my main income. So my main income is going up, but even it has to, but it's limited by capital, workforce, etc. But it's competing. But for my housemates, I tell them, Mujakuda, family business, you will go start the university, go somewhere else, get some skills, and come and grow this family business. Because you can. Are we together? But the thing is this, if you focus on one thing and do it well, you will get paid for that one thing. That's what we call excellence and mastery. Because you're not scattering yourself. You may love taking photos and things like that. Be good at that. It may become a side gig. Let people pay you on Saturday. But take that thing, be as good as you can about it. But always have focus. Look at the big picture. It's a long game. If you have I'm a techie here, I have a web design firm. People try those things. May I say, as long as you have no conflict of interest and stuff like that, but let them be, what's the English word? Synergetic, eh? You've seen yin and yang. Let them feed into each other, but not compete for your attention. They mustn't be very different. But let me tell you, Tim Cook is paid 120 million USDs. Yeah, why are you looking for a side gig? Are we together? Hey, they're looking for prompt engineers. Netflix is paying $300,000 a year. $1 bar. Are we together? Netflix is paying $25,000, which is 75 million a month. You have to be that good. You see people on Twitter complaining, for us, we got a raise 1.2, I make $1.2 million a year. They're saying, okay, hey, I have a problem, or I don't have enough time for my wife, etc. $1.2 million, you can afford to design a life. Even with your little money. May I tell people, me where I started with little money. But I said, I eat good food. I used to do shopping on Saturday. I have fresh fruit, juice, Sunday lunch for me people. I don't even use whatever. Fox. It's for direct typing. From when I left university, are we together? I would buy fruit. You can ask my housemates. We have yogurt, we have what? I decide, this is the life I want. If I wake up, yogurt, I cannot bimbo. I'm going to now look. No, it has to be in the what? I drink one glass. I drink a second glass. I drink a third glass. Gives me diets and baby. Are we together? But health, wealth, that kind of thing. Are we together? People want the good life, but they're not willing to go to Nakasero market or to a close market to get the good quality. Like I'm saying, design your life. Let's not be shy. If you like sugarcane, like I have a friend who likes sugarcane. When he's coming, we do a bucket of sugarcane. It's there. It says for me, like that's what me on Saturday I eat goat meat. Everybody knows. Are we together? If I'm home on a Saturday, it is what? Goat meat, irrespective of the price. Are we together? I have to have that money. It's what makes me happy. Are we together? It's deciding these are the things that make me happy. So let me work towards let me design my life with these little moments of pleasure that make the hard work. You know, we're born to live on this earth, to sweat, toil. But nobody said you can't have pleasure in all that. Am I making sense? Yeah, but the key thing is design the life. Then look at, say, long term, what does this make sense? Maybe let me try it and see if it will work. At times it works, at times it does. If it doesn't work, you shut it down and invest elsewhere. But invest in making yourself better and better and better. When you arrive, you will know. When you arrive, because you're designing this life, you won't even know you have what? People will be having and say, hey, but how do you manage? You know? I got my grades after waiting for 10 years. The day I did them, everybody thought I was crazy. Now they're the same person telling me, yeah, Stephen, a grade. But I waited. I waited for 10 years. Now I'm just on my 8th year, and everybody's saying, the Kaheya. And I say, it only took 8 years. 18 years, if I add the other 10. I waited and worked, and I was patient. This is the long game. It's chess. But each time I was striving so that I do better and better and better. People, the first meetings, they chased me out. Then they found I was the only one who could answer the questions they wanted in a government office. So I was outside waiting. After I was out with the what? So even if people don't like you, if they don't like the way you look, as long as you're decent, and so on, they will accept you for who you are. People, let me tell you, if you have excellence, I think Strength Finder says, if you have a certain strength, focus on your strengths and maximize those strengths. People will give up. Are we together? They will give you some leeway for, who is that? The chick who sings J-Lo, where she brings sparkling water from a certain brand, only where you have to stir things counterclockwise. Yeah? Like if you're starting with a spoon, that's going to start. Like if you are loaded, you can have those. But me, say, come back, I ask me, start my whatever the other way. Can't. Are we together? You can pick up, but the idea is this: work on yourself, your current earning potential, your future. Decide the life you want and work towards it. And it can change. It can evolve and things like that. It may be difficult, but it's worth it. So, what time is it? I have a hard stop at 8. What time is it? Okay. The AI question. If you have skills, AI will supercharge you. If you have skills. If you don't have skills, you will develop none. AI will help you get by today, but tomorrow, you will not be able to. Not a replacement for learning. You have to put in the hours and the reps. We call them reps from guys who bodybuild. You have to do the reps. You have to lift so that you get, but they know it. Hey, if you don't do the reps, there's no way you're going to get muscle. Even if you did do that, what's the Ozempa? The thing for weight loss. Ozempic. You have to do the exercise. Not a replacement for the expert eye. You have to become so good that when somebody is talking, you can listen and say, leverage it, but do not become overly dependent. That ChatGPT is down, I can't work. Terrible. Always add your special polish sauce. What is, You've seen the guy. The salt guy. Yeah. Watch out for privacy breaches, sharing confidential information. Don't use it when you're not allowed to. Like, watch it. Like, they are watching. Your information will get out. It's just a tool. AI will eat those guys who are repeatable, SOP-driven, and do not add any value. AI is yet to eat my job because me, I am multifaceted. Somebody has to do like 60 prompts, then get somebody to put them together. Somebody still has to put this stuff together. But we have to keep getting better each time. Yep. So these are my mantras. I like mantras because they are things you say to yourself every day. On time is late. If you're on time, you're late. If you have a 6 p.m. presentation, you must be there at 5 to 6, seated, ready, which means you probably got there 10 minutes before. Are we together? Always show up, deliver, even on your bad days. These things of motivation that I'm not motivated. If you have to work out, richest man in Babylon, the man said, if I have to do a task, like pick a pebble and throw it into a stream every day, I will do it every day for 100 days. I will not pick 6 pebbles and throw them in and say I've done it for 6 days. That's a good learning, right? 1 pebble every day. Each time I pass. If I forget, I come back, pick the pebble and grit, outwork, outlast the competition. Who is your best friend? Who is your neighbor? You have to be better. Are we together? Who's the fastest guy in the world? Bolt. Train for 20 years to run for 10 seconds. Train for 20 years to run how many? 10. Run for 9 seconds. When in doubt, over-communicate. Bad news must travel fast. If you have a presentation like this one, David, I was quiet. He said, are you confirming? I told him, sorry. I was just checking the time schedules. Then I said yes, because I had to organize other things. Checked on me on Wednesday. Are you going to make it? The pressure I was feeling, I said yes. The president was only half done. But are we together? Over-communicate in case of bad news. If you're late, tell the people I'm running late. Here I am. Don't lie. Don't tell somebody, I am in town, yet you're still in your bed. Invest in yourself. Buy books, tools, computer, novels. There are cheap books in Forest Mall. Buy books. You will never regret reading a book, especially biographies of dead entrepreneurs. Pay it forward, like I'm doing now. If I can help you get better, I want a group of better people, so that my housemates can have better quality people to chill with. Are we together? For me, it's selfish. I have housemates who, they want to be in a world where, things are chill, things are great, works hard so that you know when to work smart. Be the change you want to see in the world. If you want to see change, like I want to see better techies, actively do it. I come for talks, I share what I know, somebody asks me, I answer questions, and I say yes first. Then figure out what the hell did I get myself into, right? You say yes, everybody says, oh, no, when you say no, etc. First say yes so many times because of the opportunity. Remember how to do great work where we started. Try many different things. Say yes first, then later you will learn how to say no. Like today there was some AI thing over lunch. I couldn't make it. So them, I can't. You are late. First you're short notice, then I can't make it. If it was next week maybe, but still. Are we together? Learn something new every day. And why me? I'm a 29-year-old technology veteran. Is it 29? Yeah. Somewhere there. I'm still reinventing myself. So each time, don't worry about this. I'll share this. I'll give it to you. These things are open source. I'll PDF it. It is yours because it was prepared for this group. I'm a civil engineer by training. I didn't practice formally. By the time I graduated, I knew I didn't want to be a civil engineer. Because I worked as a civil, during I was working. I worked for every money. Mzee would give me 5K for the evening, but I had my money for silk. I'd take his money, of course. I never refused his money. Put it here, but I had mine also. So it gave me a sense of freedom. I'm a self-taught. I love doing tech. I want people to replace me. So each time I start a new job, I start looking for my replacement. And I tell people actively, who's going to replace me? They don't know about it, and they say, where are you going? I say, I have no idea, but if you're ready to replace me, then I'm not that needed. Which means you've grown to actually take over my role. I'm an open source advocate. I love open source software, open sharing, open gov. Share this stuff. Why are you keeping it to yourself? Knowledge atrophies. Knowledge, if you don't use it, it decays. It has a half-life. Those of you who did chemistry, it has a half-life. So half its time, half. It gets stale. So I ran a customer software shop. I spent 6 years at Bank of Uganda as a consultant for difficult challenges. I was the guy they call. What's the problem? Tough deadline? I guess what I would say. Yes. We would start discussing, so what are you going to pay us? When are you going to pay us? Are we together? That's what I still do in my life. I do difficult things. I went to MasterCorps, I went to ThoughtWorks. So ThoughtWorks was an interesting journey. I thought I was going to be a techie. They put me in management. I had 4 roles in 2 years. And then I knew management is not my thing. So even now, I seriously defend myself. I don't want to be a manager, I'm C-suite. I am a techie in the what? In the trenches. Yeah. I'm a poultry breeder, so the retirement plan is agriculture. So if my housemates can work in a breeding operation, they make money. My money investment in them is going. Remember, make money, keep money, grow money. So I can eat dividends. Are we together? That's the idea. They don't know it. Hey, I've told them. Okay. So I work for Onafriq. Onafriq is a Pan-African payment service aggregator. Basically, if you're moving money around Africa, probably it's passing through us. You may not even know. Each of the telcos in each country, there are rules on how to move money from Uganda to Kenya or things like that. You're probably using our rails. We have about 500 million connected wallets across Africa. And yeah, we have so we can do cross-border. So Africa is interesting. To move money from Uganda to Rwanda is one way. Rwanda to Uganda is another way. There are rules governing each of those. So we sort of create those corridors. We have MNOs, MTOs, and banks. Even MTN as a group, each country is an individual operation. So we even connect some to each other. So we allow people to make payments to others. We allow them to get paid via mobile money or bank. We purchase airtime, value-added services. So this is the space I'm in now. And we also do cards, Visa, MasterCard. We enable partners to do those things. And so here is my employer. They give, that's where I'm currently working. Thank you very much. Sorry I went over time. Yes.